Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Levin Miller. And you're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM. Channel 224, that's on cable. Channel 112, that's on Flow. And of course, ILTV Studios over there on Facebook. But wherever you're choosing to listen, thank you for listening. I'm joined in studio by the spiritual advisor, extraordinary, and plenipotentiary, Bradley Rowell. Hello, Bradley. Welcome to Freedom.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Bradley, I have a question.
The weekend is over.
What does the Bible say about it always being Monday? Because I'm sure there has to be a way around this. There's no way that every time I turn around, it's Monday again.
Mm-hmm.
I almost can get nothing done before it's Monday again. And I want to petition the king.
The weekends go fast.
I want to petition His Majesty. Because I'll tell you what I think COVID has proven to us. I think COVID has reasonably proven the world over that as we reduce the work week in the 90s, do you remember that? Do you remember when the work week was 48 hours?
40. It was 40 hours, say.
It's 40 hours now.
40, no, okay, 48.
Right. And remember people used to work 2 shifts a day? Mm-hmm. And they were... I remember my mother used to work to a place called Ooh La La. You remember Ooh La La? I think it was owned by the Lowe's. It was in the Town Center Mall. And then they had another store on the end of Elizabeth Avenue and Bay Street. Ooh La La, for all your fashion needs.
Yeah, I think remember that? I remember the commercial, yeah.
Yeah, and so I remember my mom used to work 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Wow.
Come down to Ooh La La in the Town Center Mall for all your fashion needs. It's 48 hours a week, right? And we saw the need to reduce that. Bradley, I think the next Bahamian government has got to consider reducing the work week to 36 hours.
Well, there's a government that's trying to reduce the work week to 24 hours.
24 may not be sufficient, right?
Because
especially
they're
in the
three-day work week.
But I think a 4-day work week. I think a 4-day work week at, who knows, 6 hours a day or 7 hours a day would be fantastic, actually. And while I'm at it, I want the next off day to be Monday.
Oh, so we'll have Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
Right, and then that way you get all of the Sabbath requirements out of the way, right? Because there are some people that church late on Sunday, right? Sometimes the spirit don't start to move till about 9 o'clock, especially if you just go to churches like the Voice of Deliverance. The spirit just reached, we have to wait. Now we have to, and we could, I think these are things that we could get done. And we wouldn't be doing anything out of the ordinary because developed countries have already gone in this direction, some of them. Anyway, this is Freedom March. Don't move. We'll be back after this. So, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you for staying with us through the break. Again, I'm Levan Miller. You're listening to us on 103.5 The Beat FM. Channel 224, Channel 112, that's Cable and Flow, and of course on ILTV Studios, right? Bradley
Indeed.
Roll, the spiritual advisor, extraordinary and plenipotentiary, is here with us, and he has come to give us Holy Scripture. Bradley,
Today,
what does the Holy Scripture have to say to us on this wonderful Monday?
Monday, we're going to start it off right. See if we can get our mind and our conscience pricked about the wise and foolish builders. And Jesus says in Luke 6, 46 to 49, why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? As for everyone who comes to me and hears my words and put them into practice, I will show you what they are like. They are like a man building a house who dug down deep and laid the foundation on the rock. When the flood came, the torrent struck that house, but could not shake it, because it was well built. But the one who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a man who built a house on the ground without a foundation. The moment the torrent struck the house, it collapsed, and its destruction was complete. Luke 6, 46 through 49. Very short thought today. I read from the NIV. The word of God is completely powerful. A word to the wise is indeed sufficient.
Indeed.
Thank you so much, producer.
Indeed. Is that kind of like back in the day when you used to sing, the wise man built his house upon
You remember that?
the
Yeah. Teaching kids through songs
house
how powerful, the statements are.
and the rain come.
The foolish man built his house in the sand. The wise man built his house in the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember those days.
But what if you build your house on a pile?
What do you mean?
Well, all them houses on Ocean Club, they build in the sand.
Yeah. What if you build it on what, stilts?
They build it on the pile.
Well,
See that? That's fantastic.
interesting.
Got to make sure that you
Got a foundation.
got a foundation. All right.
Indeed.
Anyway, so I see a whole lot of things is happening in and around New Providence.
Plenty going on.
Politics. You're the only person that don't know Pat Raman's song, Do you know that?
We couldn't play it? Could we play it?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, Pat Raman's name.
Pat Raman
What do you want?
Pat Raman, we can play your song, please.
What's the song name?
Politics. Or election time. Is it election time? They coming out the woodwork just like wine.
Sitting on my porch, drinking my switcher, and I pull this great big fancy car. Plaster full of sticker from the bumper to the hood. The driver was a former movie star. Next thing I know, I was watching a show. The circus nearly knocked me off my chair. My little boy say, Pa, I never see that kind of car. How come them rich white people stop in here? I say, boy, they coming out the woodwork just like wood. Everybody catching politics like germ, chasing after sweetness just like lie. All that means 5 more years gone by.
I only Bradley one don't know
The
this.
campaign, that's probably the first or second time I heard the song.
Oh,
but
boy.
now that I've listened to the words, I understand exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's happening all over.
Yeah. 5 more years gone by.
Wow.
Yeah, the son say he never see a car like that. And why all these white people walking around?
And so now we must ask ourselves, after 4 or 5 years is gone, are we going to be doing the same thing so it happens again the next 5
He
years?
said he was sitting on the porch drinking his switcher. A fella pull up with a car full of bumper sticker. And the fella on the
Jane, that was
inside
it.
used to be a movie star.
That's the politician.
Yeah. Well, now that we've gotten that out of the way,
Amazing.
I hear, not even in the wind, that the Free National Movement are ratifying 17 more candidates by Thursday of this week.
I don't know if I heard the number 17, but I hear they are doing something. Producer, do you see my red? Let's do this. Let's see what's happening. What's happening with this red sticker and this little short, little 8-second clip? I understand this Thursday. I didn't hear the number 17. But what did we hear, producer? Because I'm not sure he's gonna like this. Isn't there some music to this? You can't play that.
See that?
Okay, so Teamwork Color Red is on the move.
Color Red is on the move.
Huh?
This ain't pack to.
No.
It ain't that?
I am, which one is it?
You don't know your team song?
We're simply the best. We're better than all the rest.
And they smell like chicken mess.
Better than anyone we've ever met.
Oh boy. Wow, I guess y'all trying to summon the spirit of Hubert Ingram.
Thursday. What's happening on Thursday?
I hear y'all got candidates.
Yeah, there will be.
The Win has told me that they're nominating what's the boy name? Lincoln Deal in Farm Road. The Win told that to me.
Really?
Yeah, the Win told me Michael Abana Ellis in Fort Charlotte. Not Fort Charlotte, Kalani. That's what the Win tell me. The Win tell me Stephon Rule will also be nominated. I need to go back and listen to the Win again so I can tell you where it is. And I don't know.
Well.
But I understand that those are the names among the 17 I am advised.
Well, okay.
Yeah?
I'll see
You haven't heard the same name?
I'll see what I can get.
Yeah. Just text the people who text you and see what they think.
I'll see what I can get.
Yeah.
But I know it is Thursday. Come on. So.
Yeah. Well, the leader of the Free National Movement has said as much in the news.
Yeah.
And that takes me to this point.
What's happening with the PLP?
That takes me to this point. Mm-hmm. There is a picture. Put the poster with the Prime Minister and this one, right? And here's what I want to say. Mm-hmm. I always look out for subliminal messaging.
Okay.
Right? Because I don't know if it was generated by the PLP, but it was on Eyewitness's page. So it could have been an eyewitness generation, albeit it bears a PLP insignia. And so now I don't know. Right? Because I remember this picture had another face on the side of it at one point. And that was the face of I, Chester Cooper. And I know the way psychology works. If you continue to put people with the leader, right? Like everybody that aspires to leadership always wants to be seen in pictures with people that were in leadership. You know that, right?
Okay, interesting.
Right, so if I'm not mistaken, this backdrop was the identical backdrop that had Mr. Davis
and Chester Cooper
and I, Chester Cooper, on it, right? I don't know who's responsible for the graphic. Nobody signed it. But the thing that stood out to me was I am going to publicly here say that I think what the Progressive Liberal Party is doing is a bastardization of the process. And I am of the view that all of us should reject it until they fix it. Do you want to know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, go ahead.
Okay. So the PLP does this thing called the candidates module, right? Mm-hmm. Which is a thing that you do and you sit through, and I don't know what they do because I'm never going to go to one.
It's like what? Some processing or some...
it is about...
Is it an indoctrination process?
It is about teaching people who have interest in government about government and how government works.
They're indoctrinating them.
Right? And I will tell you, for many years, the reason I never got a degree was because I had one very simple thought. Do you want to know what that thought was?
Okay.
If a degree was so important, right, and that it was something that only could be earned, then who gave the first man to have a degree a degree?
A degree, yeah.
Obviously, there were a group of people that decided on a set of rules or a rubric that collectively, through their executive power given to them by some other power, bestowed upon the first person
a degree.
And here is the other school of thought that I always had. Why is it that I could get an honorary doctorate, which is the apex of education, but I can't get an honorary associate? You can't just look at me and see that I would be an associate's level of education?
Which is just 2 years, though.
Yeah. And do you realize that when you read your degree, what does your degree say? we, the members, the board members and executive or the executive congress or the whatever their title is of this institution have agreed that Bradley Rule is to have conferred upon him all the rights and privileges, etc., of somebody that is the holder of an associate's, a bachelor's, a master's degree from this day to this day. Signed the president, signed the dean of education, signed the chancellor. Which is exactly what your degree, your honorary degree would look like if we gave you one. And you want to know what else is fancy?
So, okay. So, what's the point?
I get into my point. I tell you, I grew up in a Baptist
Man, you
church.
tried this thing on too long, man.
Listen,
Let me
I grew
get
up
straight
in a
to the
Baptist
point,
church.
man.
No, I'm getting ready to close. I got to say that 8 times.
That could be 20 minutes, man.
I'm getting ready to close. That's another 20. So, when you get your honorary doctorate's degree, do you know that the word honorary isn't on it? You know that, right?
Okay.
It just says that Bradley Rule has had conferred upon him the Doctor of Divinity, the Doctor of whatever they give it to you for. Okay. And so, the point I'm making is, the Progressive Liberal Party and any other party could just confer candidacy upon you. There is really no need for a module. You with me? Before the election of 2017.
Before they confer a degree on you, there's a process you have to go through.
Yeah, the board, no. If you have a degree conferred upon you, the board reviews your life, work, and decide that they will confer upon you a degree.
But this is not the same process with the...
Then how did we pick candidates pre-2017?
I don't know.
I just told you. The executive leadership could confer the candidacy upon you.
Okay.
Now, I believe, and y'all tell Fred Mitchell I'm talking about him, because I mean Fred. This whole conversation is about Fred. I believe sometimes Fred Mitchell realizes that he is smarter than all the people around him, and because he doesn't have sufficient pushback, he outsmarts himself. That's what happens. And this is what happens when you're the smartest guy in the room. So that is why you have to keep switching your circles. So Fred Mitchell has come up with this idea, the candidates module. Why? Because we switch in government so quickly, we are not transferring institutional knowledge. So people get into parliament, they don't know parliamentary procedure, they don't know rules of the house, they don't know the rules of privilege, they don't know anything. All they know is mama say when they were 6, oh, look, I'm a little member of parliament. And from that day on, they thought they would be members of parliament, right? That's all they know. They never write a speech, they never read a speech, they have no public profile, no one could attach them to anything socially, no one knows anything about them. They got one wife at home they don't love and some children that don't really look like them until you close one of your eye. That's all we know about them. Okay? But they aspire to public office. So Fred Mitchell said, you know what would be great? If we could teach public office procedure to those people who desire public office. And that is brilliant. They should give Fred a national honor for that idea. Here is where the problem comes in. When they permit the Progressive Liberal Party to bastardize it. Put the picture back up with the man and the Prime Minister. There is something in this new world called marketability and branding.
So what is wrong with this photo?
I'm trying to get to it. When you put a person with that reach, access to assets, and every other thing that he's amassed over the course of his life, it naturally gives benefit to the organization. And it says things like, wow, look at the people that are interested in candidacy for this organization. And that is a bastardization of the process. Do I disagree with the candidates module? No, I do not. Notwithstanding that, though, it cannot be an organizational function and it has to become a national function. And so, somewhere in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or somewhere in the House of Assembly or somewhere in any one of those independent bodies, now that my brain is thinking about it a little bit more, it should probably come under the remit of the Speaker. All persons interested in public service should do the module under the auspices of the Speaker of the House of Assembly or the President of the Senate, and not as an aspirant for an organization. You with me on this?
Organization or party?
Organization, party, Which name you comfortable?
But how else are you going to really know what the party is all about, their policies?
But the candidates module is not to tell you about what the party is
what
about.
their governance.
The candidates module is about governance, about procedure and what you do and practices and hierarchies, and that is what the candidates module is about.
So you're not necessarily taught or indoctrinated.
I'm saying to you, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't. That there that you're talking about is something that should happen at party meetings and council meetings and branch meetings. That is where you go to be indoctrinated about the party. You follow me?
Okay.
Once you are elected, although your politics is known, you are elected on behalf of the people of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. You are not the Minister of Public Service for the PLP. You are Minister of the Public Service for the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. That's why all of them wear a Bahamian flag.
Right.
Because you do not represent the PLP. You represent the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And in a time where branding and image and marketing matters as much as it does, if I was that guy, I would tell them, y'all please don't put my picture up on nothing that belongs to y'all until I am ratified. Because his face has built a certain level of collateral. You following me?
I understand now.
His image,
So
his likeness,
all right, so
his branding,
Okay.
his life's work has built a level of collateral. And if we were serious about developing people that we want to put into public life, then the people in the COI should have access to this. And the people in the FNM should have access to it. And I should be able to send all the people in the FNA over to it. But I can't send none of the members of the FNA over to a candidates module, right? Because it's not a national thing. It is, in fact, a PLP thing. So you get there, you know where they have it? At the PLP headquarters. Then, when you finish, they give you a blue thing with PLP hand on it. Then, you stand up on the side of the PLP leader and take a picture. You cannot.
So it's nonsense then.
It's not nonsense. It is a good idea. How do I say this? While defecation is a wonderful idea, it is a horrible idea to do it inside your pants. If you take this idea and put it on the inside of an organization, while it is a good thing, you now have defecated pants. Anyway, don't move. This is Freedom March. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. I'm Levan Miller. Thank you for staying with us through the break. Bradley Roll, the spiritual advisor, is here with me. Bradley, want to go to that?
Yes. Hey, Bahamas, you ready to turn your event into a party? Royal Inflatables have you covered. From brand new bouncers to water slides and combo castles, fun is guaranteed for all ages. The equipment is cleaned and inspected daily, safe, spotless, and ready to go. Enjoy free setup and take down on-time delivery and 100% hassle-free service. Perfect for birthdays, school events, or any celebration. Call or WhatsApp now at 242-468-7268 to book. Let the bounce party begin. The Work Center, located across the street from Robert's Furniture, is your one-stop shop for back-to-school Dickies, Timberlands, and many, many more. So come on down and let the friendly staff assist you with getting ready for back to school.
All right.
Indeed.
Yeah, and so, like we said before we went to the break, Bradley, I think the candidates module is a phenomenally fantastic idea. As a matter of fact, I think it should actually be something that lasts a little longer than this one actually lasts, right? I am also of the view that the Minister of Economics, you all tell Michael Alcides to turn his TV on because I want him to hear this, him and Simon Wilson. I believe this is a wonderful opportunity to create a new stream of income for the Bahamas government.
How so?
I am of the view, it is my view, that for a long time we've had people playing possum. And so you have people whose names I will not call, but they have talk shows on other stations, right? And they purport not to be interested in political office. But the truth of the matter is there is no way to substantively say if they are or not. They claim that it is not about politics. They claim that what they do is bigger than politics or transcends politics. But there's no guarantee that if they got a nod for a ministerial post through a Senate appointment, they wouldn't take it. And I say we could remove the ambiguity, right? And here's how we do it. We pass into law. What do you want to say?
No, I'm listening. Go ahead.
We pass into law that all persons who have political aspirations, ambitions, etc., must register with the House of Assembly, must do the public officers candidacy training through or under the auspices of the Speaker of the House of Assembly and the President, whomever, and you pay an annual fee. And in that way, we could check the register for all the people with public ambition. And we don't have to worry about who all around here playing Bo Peep and Duck and Nan, hoping they could get nomination for toting water for the party. We don't have to worry about who all using their assets and playing Bo Peep, Duck and Nan, trying to secure a nomination. We have to worry about whether or not we need to fire the general manager because we ain't sure if he's actually general manager or candidate. Don't let the people play possum. And just so you have a registration list for people that own the Siri horses, just so you have a registered list for people who have boat captain's license, just so you have a registered list for all of the people that have a part of the Dental Association of the Bahamas, right? That's how you know your cousin, your little Jamaican boyfriend shouldn't be putting braces on your teeth if he ain't on this list. The same could apply for political aspirants.
Okay.
Because as a matter of fact, from the point that you decide you want to become a political hopeful, technically you are a politically exposed person. And you should accept that responsibility. So when you go to the bank and the bank asks, are you a politically exposed person? The answer should substantively be yes. No, because you are registered as a politically exposed person and you pay your annual fees. And you go to a module that don't have a Jesus Christ in heaven thing to do with the PLP, the FNM, or nobody else P.
All right.
And so it is a phenomenal idea, but I think we all ought to reject it until Fred Mitchell decides that he gotta just leave the baby and give it to us. This can't just be his no more. It can't just be the PLPs anymore.
But isn't FNM doing the same thing?
What they doing?
Are they doing the same process?
Where they doing?
I thought that's what they were doing too. Honestly,
no, they just selecting candidates.
And then that's it. Oh,
yeah.
So you don't go to no.
And the chairman said that they're gonna change some of the rules so that the way you select candidates could be a little different. I'm saying to you that the candidates module, if it is indeed about equipping the next generation of legislators, then that can't be a PLP thing.
Okay.
Because what that means is that you've agreed that when the PLP ain't in office, we should just let the whole thing go to silt. We should just let everybody that is in the PLP further away the country. That's what we should do. Because they didn't have the prerequisite training for public office. That's silliness. So it's like a boxing match, right? You never let a heavyweight fight with a cruiserweight. Not because they're not boxers, but because they have to be at an equal level of play. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying. So you all please tell Frederick Audley Mitchell, the Honorable, to let's you know what I mean? Let's fly the kite for true this time. You've created something that's fantastic. It can't be yours. You have to now give it to us. And we will make it something national.
It has to be national. Okay.
And then everybody could support it.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you one thing. Bradley Roll has value, you know. He's short, but that has some value somewhere in the world. And the PLP cannot absorb your value without any guarantees. How does that make sense?
Wow.
If I put work into my life, and I've worked on my life, and I ain't killed nobody from a born, I don't. What else y'all care about around here? Because y'all don't care about keeping sweetheart, so that ain't on the list. What else?
No.
I don't do none of the things y'all care about from my born. And I come and I say, listen, this decent me, I Joyce Grand Boy, and y'all know Joyce raised us decent. I won't be in y'all party. And you say, well, you won't be in our party, take the candidates module. From the minute I stand on the side of you like this, with your little certificate in my hand, I am now branded as a PLP, not a political hopeful.
Yeah.
We have to fix that. And so I'm calling for the ultimate rejection of it until such time as we fix it. Yeah?
All right.
Fantastic. I also see that the FNM has rolled out a crime plan. Did you hear it?
I didn't read it, honestly.
It have 10 steps. That's interesting. If they ain't get FNMs to read it, you think they get anybody else to read it?
No, don't say that. I didn't have the time to.
Well, Bradley,
others may
he's
have.
one of the biggest water toters they got. They ain't get you to read it?
No.
Let's go to the clip from the leader of the Free National Movement and his crime plan. It's 10 steps, they say.
Meantime, the Free National Movement unveiling its 10-point plan to tackle crime if elected to office. Our Jose Yatin was there and has the details in this report tonight.
Opposition Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard making plain his approach to tackling crime and restoring justice through a 10-point plan unveiled at a Sunday afternoon press conference. Among the objectives that may resonate with Bahamians is his intention to inflict stiffer penalties on offenses that are taking a direct aim at public safety.
We will review whether current sentences need to be tougher in order for us to respond decisively to gun crimes and the alarming rise in sexual violence against women and children.
The issue of gun violence is being aggravated by offenders who, in some cases, refuse to abide by the law despite already landing in legal trouble. To that end,
we intend to take a stronger stance on bail to keep high-risk individuals off the street.
Also high on the agenda for a Pintard administration would be improving the court's efficiency.
We will clear backlogs so offenders are held to account quickly. That means expanding virtual hearings to cut delays, digitizing case management system.
His proposed plan under an FNM government also seeks to empower the armed forces through rigorous recruiting.
We will launch a major recruitment drive guided by the FNM's manpower audit. It was left in place. The question is, why have they not followed the plan?
Pintard also disclosing plans to address alleged crime on the armed forces that sometimes slip through the cracks, according to a sweeping United States indictment.
That means independent appointments, stronger investigators, and regular public reporting so Bahamians can trust the system.
Critics might argue, though, that the proposed plans are reactionary to crime, an issue that needs to be addressed at the very root. Well, here's Pintard's response.
If we don't reach our young people with wisdom, opportunities, and help, it is quite possible they may reach us later with a 9mm or a knife. We have a duty. We must strengthen collaboration across policing, health, and education, community groups. And we must make what's in these recommendations, in the reports that we have collecting dust, we must make it count for something.
While the FNM's plans resonated loudly with scores of party officials and supporters, the governing Progressive Liberal Party wasted no time castigating the presentation, accusing the FNM of recycling ideas that are already being implemented by the Davis administration. Jose Etienne, Eyewitness News.
And so, that happened this week. Michael Pintard said that they're going to reduce the backlog of the courts by putting in more virtual court hearings. And to that, my only question is, what are we going to do about lawyers that keep double booking their calendar? Because it don't matter how much virtual court you have if the man don't have no representation. If you're going to create a backlog reduction, I assume that there has to be some legislation that deal with the people that actually practice the law. Because that is actually one of the greatest impediments to backlogs in the court. And I could think about the name of a couple of their candidates or hopefuls or aspirants who are treacherously guilty of the aforementioned. They book in forecourt every day. I can't understand it. They have their juniors coming to court every day holding brief. I can't understand it. What you can do with that? You say that you get in the community initiative. Well, I know if that looked different from the Rangers. I know if it looked different from the National Youth Guard. I thought that that's what all of these things was. I thought that's what Operation Clear Hole and Bill was about. Pushing down the bush, making sure Pookie ain't gonna wear the Pahidi gun, making sure you keep it cleared on, and then sending the police in to go do community policing. I just see the wonderful officers from South Police Station. That's Kristen Skippins, but it is. What do you call it? The Grove Police Station.
Yeah.
Her and Superintendent Speeden and the band of senior officers on the ground. So I don't really understand what is the difference in the plan. I don't hear things like the introduction of maybe more drone technology in street fight crime fighting. I don't hear things like the addition of more cyclists in the fight against crime. He's gonna ramp up recruitment. How? Are we incentivizing these all of a sudden? No one is joining these organizations because it just take forever to stop being a junior man. That's why. And then when you look at places like the Defense Force, they just pass the legislation and let people go to 60. We have to figure that out. We have to figure out the how, spiritual advisor.
Yeah, I guess so.
But they have 10 points.
I guess so.
And it ain't an acronym like SHIELD this time.
Good.
That's it. That's all I wanted to say right
Okay.
there. But outside of that, I'll tell you what else is happening this weekend. This weekend, Chester Cooper pulled off a magnificent Goombay thing downtown, right? And I have this fascination with Caribbean politicians who just look like Caribbean politicians. Chester Cooper don't just look like a Caribbean politician. As a matter of fact, he could be like the president of CARICOM, emeritus maybe. No? And so Goombay was fun, I'm told. People were out and about and having a jolly, and everybody was having quite a wonderful time out this weekend as the Ministry of Tourism put on Goombay, which was canceled about 3 weeks ago, by the way. And I'm very happy because I know many of the people who had spent a lot of their resources were so sad that Goombay wasn't pulled off. But it looks like it was a magnificent event, and congratulations to the Ministry of Tourism. That is what I want to say.
Goombay is basically an attraction for locals, right?
It's a road party, isn't it? It's a street party.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to have been very well attended. Was it Friday? No?
Yeah.
Friday?
And can I tell you, it's amazing to watch people brave the heat.
Yeah, I can imagine what that meant.
Outside was not very cool at all this weekend. And I watched people out there in that small area with those high buildings, but they appear to be having a great time.
They seem to have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yep. Indeed.
I do want to talk a little bit more about this crime plan, though, spiritual advisor. The question becomes, right? What exactly, and I did read the PLP's release, what about the plan that was released by the Free National Movement on the weekend doesn't sound like something we have tried or are trying?
What does the PLP say?
That's what the PLP say, that the FNM is a little late
okay,
to
yeah,
the race,
all right.
and a lot of these things are already being
But
done.
I mean, are they though?
I just told you the things that they were doing.
But are they really in place? We can go and double check this and see that they are there.
Okay, which of the things would you like for us to check?
The virtual one.
The virtual court?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they actually building a new court complex now right at the property in Foxhill. Isn't that what's happening?
Right at the property in Foxhill.
Yeah, right at the prison. To remember, that's what the whole
okay.
groundbreaking was about the other day, to reduce the buses from speeding
from
through the
speeding up
road.
and down. Yeah, they can actually do the court right there.
Yeah, and I told them long time they might as well just buy the Marathon Mall and turn that into a court complex, because that'll make a whole lot more sense. All the roads that lead to that building are highways. And the road leading from the prison to that is shorter, and that is a highway. And it have parking, and you could put the Attorney General prosecutor's office right there. That way they can never miss court.
Marathon Mall.
What else?
I don't know if they got space there.
What you
Town Center
mean?
Mall.
What you mean? The Marathon Mall don't have, what in this country
I mean, the
have
whole
more
mall
space?
is occupied by stores.
Put them out. They don't make no sense anyhow. You put these stores in the mall, and then you let them set up a shanty town right next door of people who selling all the things that in the mall. So does the mall make sense?
Oh, God.
Why can't we offer government services so that if I became prime minister today, here are my three first things I do. Buy myself a helicopter, buy the Marathon Mall, and make abortions legal to 21. First three acts I'll consider as prime minister.
Buy the Marathon Mall.
Buy myself a helicopter first. Because I don't know how y'all want me to be prime minister of this archipelago and I ain't got no helicopter. First day, I buy a helicopter the first day. And then the Marathon Mall the day after that. And then the other thing.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Anyway, so I see Jamaica is moving closer to its election. Right? And I'm following the Jamaican election. If you all ain't following the Jamaican election, tough titty, said the kitty. What I want to say, though, is whoever is running the JLP's social media campaign, that person deserves an award. As a matter of fact, the Free National Movement should find out who that is and hire them. And I don't care if they's a Jamaican. Whoever that is, they brilliant. So let's go to the clip from the Jamaican Prime Minister, who is promising. It's a story. Just put the story up so that you can see it. I can read the piece. So they're promising that they are going to put running water in houses in the rural areas. And I want to say to the PLP that I think that this is something that they could very easily follow, mimic, and capitalize upon. Because, spiritual advisor, if the water is already free, every day I drive through Bay and Town, Brownie drinking the water, Pookie drinking the water, Pookie washing 6 cars from the government pump, right? His sister, Pookisha, she put him in 3 of these little gals here under the pump, and that's right.
Okay. But speaking about the government pump, let me ask the Ministry of Works, why is it that the government pump through Balls Alley has not been operating for 6 months?
Did you tell Leon Lundy about it?
I don't have his contact.
You don't have Leon Lundy contact?
No.
Wow.
But for
He's low-
6
he's low
months,
fancy.
it ain't that. I mean, you can get as much numbers as you want for MPs, and you call them for a
Oh
while.
no, you're not gonna say that with Leon Lundy. Leon Lundy
You call them
answers
for a
his
while, and then eventually you won't get no answer.
Leon Lundy answers
Especially-
his phone every single time.
Especially if they think you're like a mosquito, and it's just
I'm not gonna let you say that about Leon
and
Lundy.
it's just
Oh
annoying.
no.
You can
No.
get these MPs
Nope.
numbers all you want.
Not Leon Lundy, beloved.
You may see
Listen to me.
Michael Bonvy stop answering my calls.
Miguel don't answer you?
Michael stop answering my texts.
Wow.
So
Did you call him on
this election season,
Did
they
you
don't
call him
want
on
to be
the red
bothered.
phone?
I don't have the red phone number.
Wow.
But I can tell you the only MP who responds to all of my messages is Glennis Hannah Martin. I can confidently tell you that. No matter what it is I send her, what day, she responds.
But I know one thing. Leon Lundy, as a matter of fact, they need to let Leon Lundy operate the phone in heaven because he answers all calls. I don't even know how he's do it.
Yeah. Oh, and Shannon Cartwright.
Leon Lundy takes all phone calls.
Yeah, Shannon
I've
Cartwright.
actually given strangers Leon Lundy's number and he just answer them. I don't even know why, because I wouldn't let nobody do that to me, but I just do it to him.
All right.
Yeah.
So the ministry
so
of
you're not
works.
gonna say that, but could you apologize to Leon Lundy?
Listen, I spoke to the Ministry of Works. I said, the Ministry of Works,
Did you call Leon Lundy?
why is it that the water pump through Balls Alley has been inoperable for the last 6 months?
And I said, and what did I say to you?
Now, who should I really be petitioning?
Call Leon Lundy.
All right,
If
so
you
let's do this. The Ministry of, Water and Sewage then. Water and Sewage. Let's forget about the Ministry of Works. Water and Sewage. Why is it that the water pump through Balls Alley has been down for 6 months? And guess what happened? All it is that a small little pipe like this has broken. And what the people are doing is they have to get their own tool to open up the valve to allow the water to come through, and then they have to turn it back off and put the hose back on the side. Come on, man.
And you think that shouldn't be the case?
This should not be for 6 months.
But here's the question.
To fix a pipe but this long.
Here's
to
the
fix a
question.
connection this long.
Here's
6
the
months.
question. Why we can't
Water and
just-
sewage.
if we giving these people the water free, right? If we already give them the water, then what are we trying to keep away from them by not just giving them the pipe? Because the only thing we must be trying to keep away from them is their dignity.
But they don't mind. Folks don't mind going
No,
to
you
get this water.
see, you get to say that because you just go home and turn on your shower and bathe like a duck.
Listen, I spoke to the people at that pump on Saturday. They don't mind coming there.
Listen to me.
Not at all.
I tell you one
It's
thing.
been there for years
I
and
know.
years.
And I've been pumping. I never pumped my cesspit by my house for the first 30 years I lived there. That don't mean that what was inside it wasn't you going where I going.
But
Not
they have
not
running
because
water,
you
though.
practice foolishness for a long time means it ain't foolishness 40 years from today.
They have running water. The pump is just an
The pump is 2 miles from their house.
necessity. No. That pump is right in front of everybody's house.
And when we have COVID again, the FNM might be in power and you might get locked in your house and you will not be able to go 2 miles away from your house to get water for your daddy who saw it himself.
And I understand this pump serves a very significant purpose in that if hurricane hits, you have people from all over that side of the island coming there to get water.
And we
Because
could
it is.
just pipe that water to the people. Pipe the water right to the people them door. Why we can't do that?
Well, whenever water and sewage
The
disconnects,
water already free.
people come there and get water.
Do you know that when I managed the Arawaki, I put spigots around the whole Arawaki? You know why? Because Arawaki sits in Town. It also sits in Fort Charlotte. And the two of them happen to be free water neighborhoods. So I put the government water where the people could get it. Why? Because this in the area where you have free water.
So I may have petitioned the wrong ministry.
I just told you.
Actually, it should be the ministry, Water and Sewage
Let
Corporation.
me show you how hard Leon Lundy is. If you say the name Leon Lundy on this TV right now, I promise you, Leon Lundy and
Water and
Han and
sewage.
Kimber Brigade will go and find
Yeah,
that
water and
spigot.
sewage. Y'all fix that pump through Balls Alley,
keep
please.
trying
It's
to
been
do
down
that,
for
make it
6
work.
months. That's half a year, man. That's unacceptable.
Put the Jamaican Prime Minister back up, Andrew Holness, because I want to let this resonate in the hearts and in the minds of the Progressive Liberal Party. Y'all is the PLP, they is the JLP, right? And I really think that y'all more in line with the PNP and their policies. I'm not exactly sure, but that's who I feel like y'all connect with a little bit more. But I really want the PLP to consider this. I want to hear on the campaign trail the Progressive Liberal Party promise to the people of Baintown, Grandstand, and the poor Fort Charlotte that after this general election cycle, there will be no more standpipes, that they will pipe the water to the people, and that the Baintown area and the Grandstand area and parts of Fort Charlotte, don't worry about it being a VAT-free zone because that was silly. What it could be though is a free water zone. Because we paying for the water anyhow and we waste millions of dollars of water every year. So why we can't just give the people back their dignity and pipe the water to their door? Because that is the only thing we are keeping them from, their dignity and nothing else. We already given them the water for free, hey? All right, let's move on for that. We have a picture of Obi Ferguson. I feel like I send him out some more today. You ready?
Tell Levan, please stop talking foolishness. The FNM started the training first. They had over 100 individuals that was trained before they were selected as candidates. The PLP copied the idea.
What are we talking about?
About the same...
The National Guard?
No.
What training?
The
You mean
candidates, the candidates committee, yeah.
That's the problem. They keep majoring on the minor. Okay. Okay,
Because I asked you the question, but you gave me false information. I know the FNM was doing that.
What the FNM was doing?
The same thing that PLP is now
Candidates
doing.
module?
Yeah, the FNM was doing it
What
first.
100 people they do?
Well, I didn't get the names, but...
Okay. When I come back, I opening up the phone line yet. I'm cursing out Obi Ferguson. Why? Because all weekend, I've been doing my research to figure out who make Obi Ferguson the leader of this little union. And the people them tell me, they even remember when Obi get elected. He been elected from about 1900 long, and they don't remember there being no re-election. Is Obi now a God king? I can talk to you all about that when we return. Hello, welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you so much for staying with us through the break. I'm Levan Miller. And again, you're listening to us on channel 103.5, the Beat FM, channel 224, that's on cable, channel 112, that's on Flow, and of course on ILTV Studios over there on Facebook. Put up the picture of Obi Ferguson for me, please. There is Obi Ferguson. Do you know Obi, spiritual advisor?
Looks like a very smart man.
He is leader of the Trade Union Congress. His union, or his affiliate unions, for which he happens to be the leader of, the same union that won block up the decent Linden International Airport
And the bridge?
and the Paradise Island Bridge, because the taxi drivers have failed to evolve. And now they've run to Obi, who apparently is sucking sour lime for whatever the reason. In my view, is losing his mental faculties. That same union, according to my information, has had 25 of the 58 contractual negotiations that have been agreed by the government of the Bahamas. 25 of them fall under the union that he happens to be the president for of the umbrella union. Can you believe that?
No,
So that's about what, 45% of them?
just about.
Okay. My understanding, according to the wind, because that's where I get my information from, is that the BECAWU versus the government of the Bahamas was done. The BEMU versus the government of the Bahamas was done. The BNU versus the government of the Bahamas was done. The BNU versus the PHA was mediated by the government of the Bahamas, and that is done. The BCIAWU versus the government of the Bahamas is done. The BATCU versus the BNSA, the BANSA is done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The PMU versus the UB is also done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The PMU versus NIB is done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The PMU versus the BHL is done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The BDU versus the PHA is also done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The CPSA versus the PHA is done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The BGWU versus Bahamas Waste is done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The BEUMU versus BPL is done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The BBDU versus Commonwealth Bureau, done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The BIMAWU versus Morton Salt, done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The CEWU versus the Freeport Harbor, done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The GBPAWU versus the Grand Bahama Shipyard, done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. The GBPAWU versus Freeport Harbor Middle Managers, done, mediated by the government of Bahamas. The GBPAWU versus Freeport Harbor Non-Managers, done, mediated by the government of the Bahamas. Then tell me what Obi problem is, except he might be misogynistic and possibly is a woman hater and simply can't believe that he has to see a woman adjudicate matters as quickly and as efficiently as the Honorable P.A. Glover ruled, dispose of them as efficiently as the Honorable P.A. Glover ruled, and then he goes on and he picks hairs about something that the minister herself has absolutely no power over, because he was in the newspaper last week crying about how her portfolio is conflicted and how she can't be the Minister of Labor and the Minister of the Public Service. And you know what is crazy about that, Bradley? Pierre can't appoint Pierre. You know that? Philip appoint Pierre. You know that?
Okay.
So what you want her to do about how her appointment is appointed? What is apparent to me is that whether the name on the ministry is conflicting or not, what is apparent to me is that the TUC is in the mind of the government. And that the government is actually trying to get their matters disposed.
Okay, so what's his problem?
Interest is OB fighting for.
Okay, so you got to case him out there.
This man.
Let me ask you a question.
Is grappling with his sanity. I'm not guessing that anymore.
Yeah, so why didn't you try to reach him on the weekend?
No.
You should have.
No, I'm not doing it, and I'll tell you why I ain't doing it.
But that doesn't make any sense.
What?
I mean, because you'll be doing this verbal.
Yes.
You must call him. And
it's no longer him I want to reach. Do you know who I want to reach? I want to reach the minds, the ears, and the hearts of the men that keep holding his hand up.
Right. So now, how do you get him out?
This is what I keep. I trying to light this fire in their belly to oust this president.
How long has he been serving?
And nobody could even give me the date. I've spoken to 15 unionists who can't tell me when Obi was appointed.
So is he president for life?
He must be Aristide. Was it Aristide? That wasn't Aristide. That was John Claude Duvalier.
Yeah.
Who declared himself president for life? Okay. Well, this must be the next one. Someone actually went on. I spoke to a senior unionist who tell me they can't even remember who the president was before Obi. That's how long he been president.
So they're gonna have to overthrow him.
This market donkey has tote his load.
But they'll have to overthrow him.
They have to. He's not a God king. And it is reasonable to believe that he sat in the chair for so long, he now sits in an echo chamber, and reality just is lost on him at this point. You guys have the member, the minister say, how could she be the minister of the public service and labor? Well, Jesus wept. She was the minister of state for public service and labor. The minister of public service for 3 years now. When did this become such a difficult problem for you? Is she the only minister of labor and the public service in the world? My information suggests it's not so. My information suggests that there are double-digit numbers of ministers of public service and labor. So what is your gripe? And why do you seem to have so many gripes for a fellow whose umbrella union, affiliate unions, have had 45% of the government's attention?
Well, that's what, 25 with a 58?
Yes.
I don't know.
Obi must want blood out of a stone.
Well, you gotta speak with him.
I'm not talking to him anymore.
Yeah, you have to.
No.
Because there's
I
something.
am calling young men.
There's something that you don't know. That
Like
he
what?
knows. That he knows. That's the reason why he's doing what he's doing.
I am telling these men that are younger than him that sit under his rulership that they will go in history as yellow-bellied fools if they continue to let this president lead them down a path that is obviously going towards destruction. Obi won't block up the airport. That make you mad, eh?
Well, I haven't heard him saying it anymore, so.
Oh, but he also didn't retract it. He ain't unsay it. Obi, like I've been locked down home for 3 years. Obi one now closed the airport like you wasn't broke in 2021, eh?
No.
I forget the government was giving you big juicy contract.
No.
But for the rest of us who ain't had no big juicy contract, we was home.
That's COVID,
broke.
man. That's COVID.
Yeah. And Obi say close up I just start making money. Obi say close the airport up. And we don't believe that we have to evaluate this man's presidency. We have to, there's just no way. It ain't no way someone should just be president because no one wants to challenge them. No, man, we have to figure that out. And so this message is not to Obi. To hell with Obi. Young men that serve under that umbrella union, you must stand up. And that's where I am on it. Because wide is the road that leads to destruction. And when you all broke this economy, practicing foolishness, blocking up the airport.
But they haven't done it, though.
Then don't say it. I don't even want you to think it.
Yeah, they haven't done it.
Don't think it.
So
What I said just now.
until he actually does it,
Don't think it.
it's
Because the problem is, if I let you think about foolishness long enough, eventually your thoughts will turn into your actions. Don't, as a man think it in his heart,
yeah.
don't think it. Boy, you could go to Acklands and block up the airport there. Don't block this one up here. No, this has had me enraged. And nobody could tell me nothing but this man's presidency. Nobody. Most times I get information from the wind. I like to go up high because the wind up there is be clear. And even at the top of the mountain when I go, the wind can't tell me when Obi get elected, how long he been president, how much times has he been re-elected, who run against him. I hear the fella must he got but 6 vice president. What he running?
He's president.
No man, this ain't a kingdom. This ain't a kingdom. You don't just get to be president ad infinitum. No. We have to fix this. And so, I'm not talking to Obi. Do whatever you want, Obi. You old, you could do anything you want. Old man is get to do anything they like. The young men, I talking to 40-year-olds. If you are a 40-year-old and you are a member of any one of them union, affiliate, union, group, association, I don't care what y'all is called yourself, run against Obi. Demand an election. And then when you I don't care if 10 of y'all have to run against him, split the vote 13 ways if you have to. But we have to get rid of this president. The boy said he won't block up the airport, mind you.
Yeah, but he hasn't done it.
You want to read boy this?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's go to some boy this. And I ain't listening to no fella who scared to put his president. If you so good, call one election, man. Just Michael Ben Daddy. What do you Michael Ben Daddy? Ain't want to call no more election. Read the boy did them.
Happy birthday to Keith Roll, beloved member of the ILTV Studios family on his birthday, coming in from the entire team, especially Cameo. What do you call him? All right, which church is he from? Happy birthday, Keith Roll. Blessings to you, my brother. All the best. We hope you enjoyed your birthday, and we hope you live to enjoy many, many more. Vanessa Joseph, good morning. Can you send a 40th birthday shout out to my friend and beautician, Vanessa Joseph? It wishes her many more years to come. It's coming from a friend, Keisha. Happy birthday to Vanessa Joseph. Tanya Roll, happy late birthday to Tanya Roll, celebrating on Sunday. August 24th, greetings from your cousin, Ina Roll, from the beautiful island of Bimini. I pray you celebrate many more birthdays. Happy birthday, Tanya Roll. Special shout out to Marge and Alexis. Congrats to Marge J. Roll and Alexis Sherman for receiving scholarships from the Adrian Fox Foundation to attend private schools. And let me tell you, what I admire about this is I believe that they are from Uriah McPhee Primary, and they're now going on to attend St. Augustine's College. I know how it's going to feel. I did the same thing. I used to go to Uriah McPhee, and from Uriah McPhee, I went on to St. Augustine's College. And I don't think I did too bad, despite what some may say. But congratulations to you.
Are we alleging that? Are we going to allege that?
What's that?
Okay. Who boy date next?
So, congratulations to you too. You are on your way. Congratulations to Marge Roll and Alexis Sherman for receiving scholarships from the Adrian Fox Foundation to attend private schools. Lexi received a 6-year scholarship to St. Augustine's College. Congratulations to you, Alexis. All right, so Alicia Knowles, congratulations to Alicia Knowles for having successfully passed the nursing council examination for registered nurses from her parents, family, and especially her church family. The Happy Patriot of Christ. We love you. So happy birthday. Sorry, congratulations. Sorry. Do you have Alicia Knowles' photo? I sent it. There you go. Alicia knows, congratulations to you for successfully passing the Nursing Council examination for registered nurses. Coming from your parents, your family, especially the Henry Park Church of Christ. Congratulations, all the best to you. And enjoy. That looks like it.
Is that everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. It's always fun when I see younger faces in places like registered nurses and that kind of thing. You remember when all registered nurses was a woman 60 years old with bad ankles and shoes that lean and a wig that was kind of a little twist?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, but it's wonderful when I see, like, she look like she could be my nurse if I needed a nurse.
Registered nurse. I hope they're compensating these registered nurses.
I know. But you remember those nurses that didn't have any? I remember when I had to get stitches for my foot. I remember the woman say, "Come, give me this foot." Pop. She put I got half my foot falling off mine. She take my foot, slap it in her hand. She take one needle about 7 inches long, jerk it in there. This woman don't have no heart. but now that I think about it, she also was walking like she had gout in her right ankle.
Oh, Lord.
And so if her gout was flaring up and she had to come to work, I imagine that she don't know what I come in there for with my foot falling off. All right, let's go to the phone lines. Let's put the graphic up I just sent you, right? Because here is what I'm also learning. I'm learning that, where's the information? Win, talk to me loud so that I could hear you. I understand that how many countries have 30? That there are approximately, put up the graphic with Obi, there are approximately 30 countries where there are ministers who have the portfolio for the public service and labor, or some marriage between the labor portfolio and the public service portfolio, even if they have an additional ministry. But we let this man come on the news over and over and over. I am running out of my ability to tolerate him or to understand him. And I want to see him go away. That's what I want. So young men under the TUC, if you are 40 years old, I talking to y'all. I hear they say the shark have balls that is hang outside his belly. And that's how you know when it's a man shark, right? I ain't saying y'all is no shark. All I'm saying is don't let the shark outdo y'all. All right? Go inside this little TUC organization, wherever this is, wherever y'all is even meet. Because you know what's funny? They was in the BCPOU hall. You know what I hear is funny about that? Mm-hmm. The BCPOU come under the NCTUB, not even the TUC. So you even have a decent meeting place. How come you still the president?
Yeah, that's interesting. The building is dilapidated, they say, and needs plenty of repairs.
I can say it again slow. The TUC had their meeting by the BCPOU, who happens to be an affiliate of the NCTUB. Mm-hmm. That means you even ain't got your own building. And I must listen to you? Boy, you gotta be on something strong. Let's take some phone calls. 323-7775-698-0775. I want the young men of the TUC to take that president down. That's what I want.
No, just say vote him out. They need to vote him out. The next time they have elections.
He ain't letting them have no election. Plan a coup.
Coup d'etat.
Plan a coup. And take that president down. That's what I said. 323-7775-698-0775. Because he has spent his time, he has had his load. Take the president down. 25 out of 58. And he won't block up the airport. He won't block the airport up, Bradley.
Yeah, the call.
Let's go to the phone call. Hello, caller. This is Obi. See that? Just let me
call
guys
drop.
Obi. Just let me guys Obi out. That's all.
All right, the lines are open, folks. You heard it. He's advocating for Obi Ferguson to be fired.
Hey, caller.
The phone hang up.
Yeah, we here though. Hey, you back? You on there? This leaving. How you doing, caller?
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to Freedom March.
Mr. Miller, how you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm okay.
You can turn your radio down, please, ma'am.
Can
you turn your radio down, please?
I won't complain, but I clinic.
Producer, put her on hold till I can't hear her over that, whatever that is she has up. So she has to turn that down, and then we'll take the call from her again, all right?
I want to complain about the clinic,
Okay.
to the eye clinic. When you go to the eye clinic, you don't have no chair to sit down in outside, and you have must about 50 people seeing the doctor. And I think it's bad because
This
we
the eye clinic
all
on
of
Soldier
the
Road?
old people, and we have to wait, stand up and wait till they open up 8 o'clock to get inside. That's bad. You can't do that to people, man.
This the place on Soldier Road?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep
You
going.
go there in the morning time and see what's happening. You don't believe me? Go check it.
Okay, I could do that. I have reason to be in that area. I could check.
Check, man.
I will.
Please.
All right. 323-777-569-80775. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
My beloveds, what's happening, Levan?
Grace and peace.
Wonderful. What's happening, Spiritual?
It's all good. It's all good.
This is Grammy Boy, GNN. You know what that means?
Who's Grammy?
What you mean, who's Grammy? My grandmother.
Oh,
What you got for me today, GNN?
grandmother boy.
First of all, protocol. Spiritual advisor, you tell Esther Roberts up there in Canada, watch her mouth with me before she put with check on the table what her body got cash, okay? You tell her that.
All right, and I'm not getting in that argument, I can be honest with you.
But also to the most beautiful policewoman in the world, Yvonne Bristol Albury, and to the most beautiful drummer girl in the world in the Valley Boys, Miss Anya, the little drummer girl. Now, Levan, you're right on point. I had to call with the Obi thing. Obi, for years, has used his members as political pawns in the game of Progressive Liberal Party versus whoever else. Now that Brave is a different kind of PLP, all of a sudden, like you say, he want block road, he mad, he this, he the next
Yeah.
thing. Because he signed a memorandum of understanding with an opposition that wasn't even in power.
Yeah, but also, I don't know if as a member of my union, I want my union to be beholden to any government.
You're not supposed to.
That's my point. You should be embarrassed to come out here and tell us, oh, we were instrumental in making the Progressive Liberal Party the government. Are you suggesting to me then that if the Free National Movement is to come to power the next general election cycle, I should just brace myself for chafing because the Free National Movement now knows that we thwarted their efforts to be the government the last time? That don't make no sense. And this is how you know this man is going off his rockers.
See, me and you could stand in Rawson Square with the placards for Obi Ferguson to be fired forthwith for using those people all of those years. Let me tell you what he did when I was in the BCP Chief Officer. We had a demonstration downtown against the government. And we asked Obi and his unions to come and join us. You know what Obi tell us about? On national radio and TV? He would never, as long as his PLP power in government, he would never lead none of his members against the PLP in Rawson Square. So I wonder what happened now, Levi.
I can't even tell you. And the thing that's so funny to me, right, is it almost... So Pia Glover-Roll is among some of my more favorite members of the cabinet. She and I know one another pre-politics. Maybe I'm jaded in my view, but the attacks against this woman seem to be from the belly of a venomously misogynistic man. And I can't understand what his discrepancies or disagreements would be. Anyway, I think it's time for them to take him out. And that's where I am on it. Hello and welcome back to Freedom March. Thank you for staying with us through the break. I'm Levan Miller. We have Tanya on the line. Hello, Tanya. Welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Miller, and good afternoon, spiritual advisor. It's your girl Tanya coming to you live from Shop Smart Department Store. Your miracle right here at number 122 Mackey Street, where we say we're here for you for whatever season of your life and for everyday living. And we are in the season of back to school. Yes, all of the smart shoppers are coming into Shop Smart to take advantage of not only our 20% off everything back to school, but they are in here taking advantage of our back to school sweepstake. If you are a smart shopper, all you need to do is come on into Shop Smart and spend a minimum of $25 on back to school items, and you'll be eligible for one of our sweepstake drawings. We do drawings every Saturday in the month of August. We have 4 fabulous prizes. The first prize, second prize, third prize, fourth prize, all valued at $500 each. You can get yourself a $500 BPL voucher. You can win $500 grocery at your food store. You can win $500 gas in your car. Or you can win a $500 shopping spree in Shop Smart. A minimum purchase of only $25 of anything back to school at Shop Smart. Shop Smart, we've also got all of the spray ground backpacks that you need. Come on in, we've got you covered. And with the purchase of a spray ground backpack, you can get yourself 10 free books and 10 free folders. Come on in. Shop Smart is located right here at number 122 Mackey Street, and we're open Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your shopping convenience. Or you can visit us on our website at shopsmart242.com.
And remember, as always, to shop early, to shop often, and to shop smart. Let's go to the phone lines. I want to play the Tingle song again, you know.
What's that?
They come in out the woodwork just like one. Everybody catching the politics like chime. They chasing after sweet things just like chicken to chick them fly. All that mean is 5 years gone by. Hey caller, welcome to Freedom March.
And that's me you talking to?
Yep, that's me.
All right, this the blind one, Papa.
Hey,
Spiritual
Papa.
advice, how you do?
Doing well. How you doing?
All right, that's the Tribune today. What's saying every day the PLP chance of winning is diminishing. That's the day.
Give me the story headline. I read the Tribune today, but I don't remember seeing that exact.
Nothing saying every day the PLP.
No. I see Brave and they're saying how Christy and Ingram Ku Klux and my Grammy would say.
You read that story? Yeah.
Yeah, apparently him, Ingram, and Christy agree to go in politics, right? Christy and Ingram obviously decided, boy, Brave younger than us by about a yardstick. So him, in a sense, all us come with the law practice. So he said when he got into the candidates committee, there was a tie, right? Which means that Ingram and Christy didn't back him. So Lyndon Pinland had to make the vote in order to break the tie.
Okay.
And Lyndon Pinland vote against him. So when he go on to Lyndon Pinland, he say, well, Chief, I thought you say, I had good promise in politics. He say, Pinland look at him and say, boy, they ain't tell you.
You know what happened?
Boy, they ain't tell you. And basically he tells the story about how Ingram and Christie convinced Mr. Pinland to,
Not give to him.
not give
Now
it.
he's being convinced to do certain things to certain people also.
But that was the
before-
point he
before
was
everything-
making. His point was like, politics is about sacrifice. And
Yeah.
when you don't get what you want, you learn how to work with the team in different ways. He talked about how he stayed in the law practice and how he supported both of those men's campaigns and until the time arose again in the 80s and Pinland came back to him again and tell him, say, hey, go rally your team. If you could get people to support you, I'll give you the nod. And he did.
The only thing they don't know how to do is when to leave and go home. But if that story I asked you about is in the papers where they say the PLP chance of winning is diminishing every day, I guess get the reason why they say it. That'll be the story. But also someone was saying, I believe it's the second time the owner of Island, like Mr. Bastian, or the third time is appointed as an ambassador. I don't think it's just the PLP do it. I think Dr. Menace did it also. My point is that I was wondering, why don't they just, whosoever party interested in serving under to serve the country, right? Just appoint him a cabinet minister. Don't let him be a member of parliament. The show too short for me to go into details why. I always say give him a bank. Maybe if he get the bank, he even could help the country more if they give him a licensed bank. But, what you say?
He cannot be a cabinet minister.
He can't be a cabinet minister?
No, the law doesn't permit him to be a cabinet minister.
I thought the other day in the papers he's saying he wanted them to change it.
But he could say whatever he wants, but the law hasn't changed, and the prime minister has said he don't have that at the front of his mind right now.
I wonder what his ulterior motive is, just to serve us and to help us more, because he don't need to be a member of parliament or be in politics to serve us.
Maslow has said that self-actualization is the greatest realization of man, or of animals. He might just want to self-actualize.
That's his business, I agree. I think the story is, with the most respect, Levan, the big story is the Ferguson man who get a court case going on as a lawyer, still going to court representing people with those voice message, what you call it, video messages, including with the indictment, with the Johnson fellow, chief superintendent. They say a group of lawyers then vote him to be either the vice president of the criminal part in the bar association, and I say that says a lot about them.
Well, it kind of does, but I also do want to say this, Papa. The presumption of innocence is a very serious thing, and until a man is brought guilty by a jury of his peers, he ought to be draped.
But Levan, if that was you wouldn't go sit your backside down and tell your criminal or your model them finish, but you going to represent people in court, or you want to be vice president or something, or some association.
But Papa, that's because Joyce raised me, and Joyce wouldn't let me get away with indecency. Okay. So I would carry my decency.
Oh, man, I tell you, one of the smartest, that's word there, indecency. That's what they're all about, indecency.
Yeah, so I would carry my
I was telling you about that Johnson fella in Camp Road the other day.
Yeah.
With God help, and Terry Delancey.
Yeah.
And people like Mr. Adrian Fox, they say don't call him Dr. Fox, because he's just an honorary doctor. They say he should tell people stop calling him Dr. Fox, because he's not a doctor.
Don't listen to that.
I like Adrian Fox. I just don't be into that next one.
At the beginning of this show, I said that if you read an honorary degree and if you read an actual degree, the word honorary isn't on there.
Oh.
Yeah. It says that the members and the executives of the board of whatever institution it is have agreed to confer.
So it's okay to call Agent Fox Dr. Fox then?
Why not? First of all, you can't tell a man what he is to be called. He tells you what he is to be called.
I like how he sells people.
Yeah.
I ain't getting into his personal business with him, and God have to deal with that, but I like how he sells people. I wish he could put the colors on the side, the PLP and everything, because I know he's help all right. Go help that Blue Johnson, say Agent Fox, Dr. Fox. Help Blue Johnson. You and Terry Delancey help Blue Johnson to be the member of parliament around there for them people to represent them people, because they don't need the PLP, neither the FNM. It's bigger than politics, Dr. Fox.
Hey, Baba.
Yeah.
I will campaign for Mr. Sebastian and shake pom-poms for him on a stage in the rain. If he agreed to take my call, I think the only way he should go into politics, where he could have a reasonable reach and something with some benchmarks that are visible and tangible and meaningful and will benefit the Bahamas of tomorrow, is if he accepts the nomination for my call.
I want to offer him a bank license and tell him to get out of the politics. We don't need him in that. We don't want him in our business, but to tell the truth,
People feel the same way about Dr. Sands, though, but I tell people all the time, Dr. Sands is such
You're right with that again, boy. Dr. Sands is one of the best doctors in the world, and guess what? We don't want him in our politics.
But he's such an affable and likable person.
Yes, he's good. He's good with
ever spend 10 minutes around the
business and stuff and making our money, right? But as a member of parliament, he's sulky. Remind me of Jeff Lloyd, boy.
I don't know, but I haven't found that to be the case, Papa. If you spend 10 minutes with Dwayne Sands,
I don't spend more than that. This nigga, excuse me, Dr. Simon, sit down in my front room, take off his shoe, breaking and all that.
Immediately you will like him. All you need is 10 minutes around Dwayne Sands, and immediately you will like him.
When Dr. Sands and spend more than that 10 minutes sitting down showing me and Levan the information on Barbara Cartwright, he had him go in the court, right?
Yeah.
Levan said, you smell how stink his foot is. I said, Levan, he's be operating in blood. No, Papa,
I gotta go, man. Papa, I will not let you say that about... Papa, I can't let you say that about Dr. Sands, man. Papa, take that back. Ah, boy. This is how y'all know the show live. Anyway, 32377. If you spend 10 minutes with Dwayne Sands, you will immediately like him. That's what I found.
Indeed.
Yeah. And that is when we go in the inner city. That is when I see him out and about in places. And people actually are very excited to see him at all times, except for on a ballot. I don't understand it. 323777569807775. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
Hey, good afternoon, Ivan. How you doing?
Hey, Anton.
Virgil, what's happening?
What's going on, my brother? All is well?
I ready holding on to the grace of God, man.
I know you have your thought. I want you to hold your thought a second. Now, you see how Levan been ranting and raving about the TUC president, right?
Right.
What's your take on that?
Well, to be quite honest, the minister, like Levan, the minister is my people, right? Minister Pierre Grover Rowan is someone who shouldn't just fly into politics overnight, right? She has came up through the ranks and through the paths of politics, right? And so we know that she is dedicated, she is committed, she's loyal, she's true, she can be trusted, you can take her word for it, and she's working on behalf of the people of the country of the Bahamas, including PLPs, right?
Okay.
And so at the same time, the unions, see, we cannot separate ourselves from the union. We are joined. We are one with the union. It's because of the union that the PLP was able to take over at the pivotal time that we did, right? That saved a lot of suffering and long suffering, that saved our people from being forced to leave school at the 3rd grade and the 6th grade and then the 9th grade eventually, right? That kept our people suppressed. It's because of them that we were able to rise up and then majority rule and all that kind of stuff, right? And so not because we are having an indifference at this time, but does it mean we must belittle or talk down to or try to discredit the union or any of its leaders? We must always find that way. We have the responsibility as the legitimate party in this country, the oldest party in this country, the party who freed our people. We have the responsibility to find a way where there seems to be no way. And so I wouldn't cast the gate, Mr. Ferguson.
Anton.
Yes.
Anton.
Yes, sir.
You could hear me?
Yes, sir.
Good. La 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 la. You could hear that?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know PLP. I say, this ain't the PLP. This leave one.
I understand.
This ain't the PLP. This leave one.
I know.
Obi must go. He has spent his time. He's becoming irrational. He's becoming dyspeptic. Right. He is becoming hallucinative, if you ask me. Because I can't understand his decisions are unjustifiable.
See ya, Mr. Miller. The one thing, when you're talking with someone like me, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to try and degrade or demean or beat down what you just expressed. Mm-hmm. As a Bahamian, you are fully entitled to your viewpoint, my brother.
Sure.
Right? And so if that is how you feel, no one can take that away from you.
Fantastic.
All I am saying is, as a PLP, we are joined by the butt with the union.
Yeah, the PLP and the union is you all are inextricably linked. I get that. Now, can I talk to Anton, the Bahamian born in Princess Margaret Hospital, or you was rich and born in Doctor's Hospital?
No, my son was born there, but go ahead. You're talking to me. Go ahead.
Were you locked in your house in 2021?
Absolutely. I was quite disgusted with the incompetent authority.
Were you a part of the people? Were you a part of the group of Bahamians that had a mortgage crisis created over their heads?
Listen here. That entire government, especially that former executive chairman of BAIC, with his incompetent self, they victimized me.
Were you also? Hold on, Anton. No, cool your pressure. You got your pressure medication on hand, right?
This was years before COVID.
Pressure. Listen.
This was years before COVID. So my COVID experience began years before everybody else caught up with that suffering.
No, listen to what I'm saying to you. Were you here? Were you in the Bahamas as a Bahamian when single mothers stood on a line for sustenance?
Yes, I thought it was totally ridiculous.
Were you there when they were given $20?
Absolutely.
Were you there when the hoteliers were permitted to in my view, financially fondle their staff by keeping them underemployed at a time when they could have just let them be unemployed?
Well, LeVon, I just want to add one caveat to that particular point. I acknowledge and I always give kudos to Mr. Davis and to Mr. Sands, to the good Sands, the PLP Sands at Bahama, because they did well by the Bahamian people, even through that difficult time where they weren't taking in any revenue.
Yeah, but what about their friends over by Ocean
with
Club?
them.
Hold on. What about their friends over by Ocean Club? What about their friends over by Atlantis?
No, they did not meet the smell test, LeVon.
Precisely.
They heard the Bahamian people. In addition to that, LeVon, if you didn't remember, they fired about 10%, 8 to 10% of their staff.
I didn't mind them firing the people, Anton. What I recall is that for about 6 months, they kept people working 1 day a week or 2 days a week in the name of keeping their job.
Yes.
And that meant they were underemployed, not unemployed.
And didn't try to work anything out with the financing agencies to provide some level of confidence that these people will be retained and to try and work through that most difficult process that was well beyond any human being.
And let me tell you what else it did.
And the incompetent authority led that charge.
And let me tell you what else it did. It obstructed them from getting any social benefit because they couldn't get unemployed benefit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, do you believe that the economy is back, but that recovery is about 14 months, maybe?
More than that, LeVon.
You think this economy has been on full steam for more than 14 months?
Yeah, listen here, LeVon. The Progressive Liberal Party under Philip Brave Davis has done a phenomenal job turning around this economy.
Agreed.
Supported by his Minister of Economic Affairs, Alcides,
Agreed.
and the Financial Secretary, Samuel Wilson. But let me add this, because it's most critical, LeVon.
You ain't letting me get to my question. And you know I ask questions like a lawyer, right?
Okay, go ahead.
If you agree that the economy of the Bahamas is at full steam, right? You say it's been longer than 14 months. I disagree with that. The question becomes, is as a Bahamian born in Princess Margaret Hospital, what part of your Bahamianness could support Obi Ferguson talking foolishness about closing down the Lyndon Pinland International Airport? Get this, not because the union ain't getting the things that the government have promised. 25 of the 28 agreements are signed under his umbrella union. Not because the government is union busting, not because of any of that, but because there are some things in a memorandum of understanding that you signed with a party that wasn't in government that you shouldn't have been doing, because you shouldn't have been lockstep with any political party, and you want to lock down the Lyndon Pinland International Airport. And you telling me, Anton, that the Bahamian and you comfortable with that?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Listen here, LeVon.
Hey, Anton.
Listen. People still have not recovered from COVID-19. Some people are at the stage in their life where they're too old to go back to the bank to get an equity loan, to secure any kind of commercial financing, which would afford you financing over a shorter period of time. They are too old. Some people no longer have that comfort of having a job any longer, in order to be able to demonstrate ability to repay the loan. And so listen, that COVID-19 experience and the way the incompetent authority mismanaged it, him and his cabinet, a lot of them who don't have the integrity or credibility to come back to the Bahamian people, has set us back an entire century perhaps.
And that's why I can't support Obi shutting down the airport.
And we've voted them out, Anton. And so,
all right, Anton, thank you for your time.
Call back tomorrow, Anton.
Let's take another call. Hello, caller, welcome to Freedom March. Call you there? 323-7775. The rule on this show is you got to call before Anton.
Yes, good afternoon. How you all doing?
Good. You know, Anton have a cell phone.
Devon and Spiritual Advisor.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
I did want to commend the Fox Foundation, Mr. Adrian Fox and his crew. Also the IL Cares for what they have done for the children last week.
On the weekend.
Yes. I don't support gambling, right? But now, if Mr. Sabas Bastian, if he could do something for the people who gambling, that's basically the adults who's spinning, he could at least let them win with Island Luck, probably win $500.
If he let them win, that would mean that he tampering with the thing. I don't know if he could let them.
Yeah,
no, I
say
that to say, right? because, you know, parents still struggling.
Yeah.
Parents still struggling to try and find money to get their children back together for school.
And they've helped them.
They help them with bikes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But if they
tennis
could win an extra $500 or something, now if they mess up the money when they win this $500, that on them. But at least help them win 500 or something like that. At least buy books or bag and shoes and,
uniform and
food
stuff.
items and things.
Call her if Sabas giving out $500 to all account holders, you'll cost me open up one account this evening when I leave here. So I know, Mrs. Sebastian, if you give it away $500, Chief, I can need 24 hours to get my account up and running.
Yeah, well, let the people win something, man. At least the parents who get these people or the children going back to school.
But caller, you recognize that foundations and, of course, people of money, they only set aside a portion of their, profits for helping people. You recognize that, right?
I understand that.
Yeah, only a portion of it they set aside. So.
But a lot of people, when they get their salary, their weekly salary, they go straight in the numbers.
They're not supposed to do that.
They doing it.
Yeah. And he's
most of them lost in it.
Don't do it.
And they need to try and get stuff for school, but they ain't winning.
Yeah. Well, caller, I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a good idea. And like I say, if Sebastian intend to listen to you, then I just want him, Chief, please, I need 24 hours. I should have my account flash up and running at full steam in 24 hours if that's the policy. So put out a little ad so I could see it, and I guarantee you I'll have myself in compliance. Thank you, caller.
All right. You all have a good day.
You too.
Or you can just give them back 1%. We give you back 1% or whatever you play over the last year.
Yeah, so when you see these
we could call it the gaming, board playing incentive return.
Okay.
Yeah, because everything have to have a name. All right? Let's take another one. Hello, caller. Welcome to Freedom March.
How y'all doing, man? LeBron, you're doing a great job, man.
Thank you. I think you're kind.
Spiritual advisor. Keep pushing, keep encouraging the man. Listen, I have 3 points I'd like to make real quick.
Good. Go ahead.
My name is the community leader. It's called me Chippy.
Okay.
Listen, the daily dinosaur talking about the PLP diminishing daily. Listen, the PLP is growing daily. Taking away, it's called a thing called trade day when other players get traded to the other team.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, the PLP has grown. You understand? And they're going to top the numbers they did in the last election. Moving away from that, O.B. Ferguson has been on the top of the ladder for more than 40 years.
From Jesus was a baby, they tell me.
There's no election going on in the TUC. So that's for me. That's not a union. That's a dictatorship.
Yeah.
You understand? He needs to step aside and let young blood.
Yeah.
You know what? It is alleged that he ain't getting what he wants, so that's why he's kicking up a fuss.
Yeah.
Because normally he gets exactly what he wants.
Yeah.
So he's kicking a thunder just like some of these shows on radio.
Yeah.
Kicking a thunder, they ain't getting what they want.
Yeah.
Now, last but not least, they cannot talk with Ms. Pia because Ms. Pia is doing a wonderful and amazing job. She has been bold enough to give 75 physically challenged people work in the government and the private sector.
Yeah.
And that has tripled to this day. That's a bold move because nobody has done it ever.
Mm-hmm.
56 plus agreements. Listen,
58.
We cannot deny that woman as being good at what she does.
Yes.
You understand? Because the P road, move to the front of the class.
Yeah, she executes her portfolio like a juggernaut. Go ahead.
That's the third one.
If you intend to run, go in an area that you can be very impactful. Go in a core neighborhood. As a matter of fact, I even like the idea of LeBron going my car.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only way I would nominate him. If he agreed to run it, I'll come and shake pom for him. Nobody will beat me shaking pom.
I will support him too. Put him in a core neighborhood where he can be impactful, where he feeling for nothing.
Yeah. All right, caller, thank you.
All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Take care.
So I want to tell you about what else. I can't take no more call. I want to tell you what else happens that day.
60 seconds.
My member of parliament, the Honorable Bark-ass Roll, was out there on that park. I mean, look at these children.
Which park?
By the little church park, by the little church parking lot, I mean. Put up the picture, my member of parliament. What I say your name?
Member of parliament for who?
South Beach.
Which beach?
South Beach. Bark-ass Roll. What happened to the picture producer? You trying to cost me around all the time. You say FNMA. Oh boy. Listen, I'm being overtaken by these FNMs in the studio. Look at it. It's a seat. And I'll tell you what was so curious about this for me. South Beach people like to say that the member of parliament don't put on nothing, right? But the truth of the matter is, South Beach people be kind of high corporate-y. We ain't coming to your thing even when you put it on. So I was joyed when I see the amount of children been out to this thing last week Friday. I was overtaken. I couldn't believe it. I even didn't know South Beach had this amount of children.
Wow.
And so I think this is a wonderful indication that, boy, if you're coming in South Beach, I want you to remember one thing. As of today, the member of parliament and prospective candidate is a fella by the name of Casserole. And I don't want you getting in his way because you could be next. Anyway, that's our time. We out of time. Not show. I'm Levan Miller. Bradley Rule is the spiritual advisor extraordinary. We'll see you again tomorrow.
If it's the Lord's will.